Yes, I know, I'm late. But before we start off our little review, guys, there is something I want to show you because I invested a little bit. I hope that you can see it on screen right now, but ooh, what is that? It's War Thunder Mobile. And soon we're gonna do some videos on this game because I truly love it. And yeah, it's dope. That being said, let's dive in. So today, guys, we're gonna talk about the LightBringer, the brand new tier 7 Halloween tank Wargaming released 4 days ago. And the main problem I have with it is that it shouldn't be called LightBringer because it's definitely not bringing any light in my head or in my heart. It's just bringing me pain. Basically, when we dive into it, there is not much to say about it because it's literally average in every single aspect of its statistics. Starting off with the mighty gun. The gun dispersion is good, sitting at 0.27 if and only if you use the right equipment. And at the same time, the DPM is just plain bad. I mean, for tier 7, it's not going to be the worst one ever, obviously, but still, it's gonna make it really difficult to work on the battlefield. On top of that, even if the average penetration value is good with your gold shell, you are still lacking, in my opinion, with your regular shells. Your average damage is bad, sitting at 270, whereas some tanks at this tier already have the mighty 310, even the 350 for the bigger calibers. And the gun depression, man. The gun depression. It's horrible. It's horrible, unplayable, and this is what ruins the fun for me with this tank. Now, for the mobility, 33 kilometers per hour maximum, it's good, it's gonna make the job, even if it's not the best ever, it's still in the norm regarding heavies. And the armor profile. Man, fuck that armor profile. The problem is kind of simple. It's either you get enough luck and you will bounce things, or you get unlucky, you get yourself in front of Scorpion G, and yeah, you can already press go back to garage because it's not necessarily worth it to wait for your slow death. This thing is trollish, but not in the right terms. You have tanks like the Smasher, for example, when you shoot directly into the gun plate, you know that you will bounce, etc. This one, nah, it's just unreliable, and we don't like unreliable tank here. It still has some qualities, like ramming, for example. Time for us to dive into the only serious part of the video where we're gonna showcase the playstyle. Maybe a quick disclaimer, all of the things I'm about to show you are working with this tank only and only if you are playing at tier 7, because if you are not, if you are playing against tier 8, the only thing you can do is wait for your opponents to shoot and after go out of your cover to snap your shells in, otherwise you're gonna get crushed. Let's go. As I feel lazy today, we are gonna do this one sitting on our mighty chair that is really comfortable, by the way. I'm not sponsored, but if you are looking for something great, you definitely want to get a DX Racer. That being said, let's dive into what we are currently doing. As you can see, we have the luxury of being top tier, and it's the bare minimum when you're playing with this tank, otherwise you will suffer. What we're gonna do is playing as effectively as possible using our poor 6 degrees of gun depression, and to do so I want to go uphill. After all, I'm still a heavy tank, and as a heavy I need to fill my traditional role, which is being annoying to the vast majorities of the opponents, and please do not camp. So what we're doing, we are pushing through, waiting to see if we can get maybe in another shell. We are going to artificially increase our gun depression by using that little slope on the hill, and this is what I would encourage you to do most when using the LightBringer, because if you're aware of those sneaky positions from where your lack of gun depression can become or can just literally not become a problem anymore, then you should definitely give them a try. And this is exactly what we're doing right now, snapping some shells on the ARL, snapping some shells on the Nshorn, and ooh, it seems like we're lucky from time to time, right? Because we managed to bounce 2 shells. I have to go away, I know that, and here, even if I'm playing against tier 7, I know that there are no ways for me to bounce him except if he really plays badly like he just did, allowing us to kill it. And now all we have to do is waiting patiently for the opponents to show themselves. But you see that even if I'm top tier, even if I am the man of the situation, I am not trying to go further. I'm not trying to take shots, because with the LightBringer, it just feels wrong. Like, it's not the kind of tank, it's not the kind of playstyle that you should adopt with it. You stay in all down. I'm much more effective from this position, and thanks to my calibrated shell, I'm able, switching to gold shells, to penetrate pretty much everything I have in front of me. And yeah, there we go. 1 shot, 2 shots, 3 shots. We are just gonna take our distances from there and not try anything stupid. Now, that being said, I would like to talk a little bit about the alpha damage, because in my opinion 260 is definitely not enough. I actually don't have a clue what happened in Wargaming's mind when it comes to this tank, because usually for Halloween we have great tanks, but here like the Soul Eater is kind of fun, even if I do not think that the tank is broken. It was broken the first 2 weeks because obviously it was new, but beside that, yeah, it's not the kind of tank that you are gonna play in 2, 3, 4 years by now, compared to an Annihilator or a Smasher. And the LightBringer, I'm not even talking about it. Basically, I did the review and it's gonna take dust in my garage until someone asks me to play it on stream. But otherwise, yeah, it's not the kind of tank that I'm gonna enjoy playing. And just like that, boys, we managed to get ourselves a victory. Not necessarily the most crucial one, not necessarily the most stressful one, but at least we managed to get ourselves a 3.3k damage. And yeah, a couple of good credits, because after all, it's still a collector tank, and as a collector, you are allowed to do a lot of money with it. So the LightBringer, yes or no? I think you guessed it. For me, it's going to be a big no, because this tank is lacking in several forms. It's not fun to play because of its mobility. It's not fun to play because of its gun. It's not fun to play because of its armor. And for that, I'm just gonna rate it not fun out of 10. If you enjoyed, feel free to subscribe, like, and share. I'm gonna try to upload a little bit more, but this month it's a little bit complicated, specifically knowing that I'm going abroad in less than 6 days by now, going to Denmark. Maybe some of you are in Copenhagen. I don't know how we say this in Danish, but I feel like you get it. And well, waiting for that to happen. See you soon. Bye. Hey, you. Yes, you. Like that video? Why not going for another one? I have plenty of videos you can choose from. All you have to do is hop on this truck. Come, don't be afraid. It's only one video.